Welcome to this sheath underwear ad that's sandwiched. It's like two pieces of bread that are within it is a video about Mark Cuban giving Donald Trump shit. So wait till the end where the real important stuff happens, the ad for sheath underwear. In the meantime, though, let's do just that. Let's talk about Mark Cuban, an actual billionaire who's giving Donald Trump a ration of it over on Twitter. I'm going to read a little bit from this headline from Business Insider. Here's the title, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about it. Mark Cuban wants Trump supporters to tell him what startups their man has backed that didn't involve a member of the Trump family. You see, the group delusion that MAGA world is under is that their guy is a lot of things he's not, that he is good and decent and honest and patriotic, that he loves the troops and he loves the cops, that he's rich, that he's smart, that he's handsome, that he's strong, that he's masculine, all of these things that he is just not. But for some reason, they have been just hypnotized in some group delusion, mass hysteria. And the biggest, maybe one of the biggest lies that is so easily debunked is the fact that he is some successful businessman, some philanthropist, when he is legally unable to run a charity in the state of New York because of fraud. His business practices have been under scrutiny and prosecuted. He's just, I mean, come on, just do a basic fact check, MAGA. But they believe he is this thing, that he does support small businesses, that he loves America and produces all of his stuff in America, even though it's all Chinese-made trash. Anyway, Mark Cuban took him to task for this and got into a conversation with some goof on Twitter about it. But I think it brings larger things to light. And the more we talk about this, maybe there's a few people out there who will listen to exactly what's happening here. Again, here's the headline. Mark Cuban wants Trump supporters to tell him what startups their man has backed that didn't involve a member of the Trump family. Billionaire investor Mark Cuban has a question he wants people voting for former President Donald Trump to answer and a point to prove about it. Quote, for all Trump supporters, a question. Which startups has Donald Trump ever invested in that didn't involve a family member? The Shark Tank star wrote in an X post on Sunday. It's Twitter. Trump didn't seem to have any investments in non-family enterprises, Cuban later said in an exchange with another Twitter user called Chart Westcott. This lack of investment, Cuban said, was a reflection of Trump's character. Quote, you invest in businesses, right? How many super wealthy business people do you know that have never decided to give even one entrepreneur a shot by investing in their business? Cuban wrote in a post to Westcott. Quote, don't you have a desire to give back to others, to help startups as a way of helping others achieve their American dream? Cuban wrote in a subsequent post. Every wealthy person I know, except for Donald John Trump, has tried to help others. When approached for comment, a spokesperson for the Trump campaign cited Trump's track record as a property mogul. President Trump is a self-made, successful businessman who helped build and forever change the New York's iconic skyline, the spokesperson said in a statement to Business Insider. I guess I can quit doing the voice when it's back to Business Insider, huh? His other ventures also include creating and starring in one of the most watched television shows in history, much more successful than Shark Tank. And then, they say, and then, the voices give me, I'm having a good time with it, so sorry if you hate it. And then becoming the 45th president of the United States, the spokesperson continued. Yeah, to the point, everything Donald Trump does is associated with his name. His name is slapped on it. The skyline of even Chicago, where we just were for the convention, is just his building with this massive font, like Times New Roman font on the side of the building. It's Trump wine, it's Trump lighting fixtures, it's Trump water, it's Trump vodka, it's Trump, family. He does not do anything for small businesses or family businesses. There is no investment in other people unless he can get his grift in there. And it's very likely he might be a billionaire now based on the notoriety and the grift that he's been running for the past 9 years. But very unlikely he was a billionaire before that. Very, very unlikely. Based on the number of bankruptcies, based on just the financial collapse at different times in his life, based on what we know about his taxes and the write-offs he was taking for nearly $1 billion or more of losses. He's bad at what he does. So bad that now he's trying to push his golf courses and his super fake fancy bullshit off on a toothless, low information set of rubes who don't have the financial wherewithal to actually stay at his hotels, to golf at his golf courses. He shot himself in the foot that way. Anyway, good on Mark Cuban. Look, not generally a fan of billionaires, but when they do something right like this and bring attention to an issue that needs attention brought to it, I'm here for that. So what do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me as always, daily@dollemore.com. I do want to hear from you. You can mix it up in the comments. We can talk about it there. That's great. And if you want to help me to do these videos, produce this content for $2 a month, you can do just that. Click the join button below, become a channel member, or you can go over to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. After you followed me on social media, I guess you'd probably have to pause the video because I'm not going to be talking that much longer. But after that, check out this amazing offer from my absolute favorite underwear company, Sheath. Here in the United States, we grant separate powers to 3 co-equal branches of government: the legislative, the executive, and the judicial. Divided, each branch can better support the working of our government as a whole. Why shouldn't this practice carry over to the governing of our own bodies? Rather than allowing your branch and berries to stew in a single stuffy cesspool, well, why not divide so as to diminish your discomfort? Sheath Underwear is here to help you separate your church and your state. Sheaths are the only underwear with the dual pouch system scientifically designed to keep your executive branch separated from your judicial, if you know what I mean. Democratize your drawers. Head to sheathunderwear.com/Dollemore now and score 20% off right away. It was invented by a U.S. Army veteran while serving a tour in Iraq. The idea for Sheath arose from the discomfort that was experienced in these harsh environments. As a former United States Marine stationed in that part of the world, I get the inspiration. I wear Sheath every single day, and they are the only boxers that can agreeably accommodate my tree trunk thighs and keep my branches of government carefully compartmentalized. And I'm not the only fan out there. Sheath are recommended by multiple doctors and urologists and have over 20,000 5-star reviews. The airflow meshes, they're my favorite personally, but Sheath has tons of excellent styles and designs. And once you pick, Sheath will land them on your doorstep nearly instantly, thanks to blindingly fast shipping and amazing customer service. Also, your purchase doesn't just help you out. Sheath supports multiple charities like Socks for Soldiers and Doctors Without Borders. So you're making the world a better place too. Upgrade your undergarments right now. Score 20% off when you head to sheathunderwear.com/Dollemore and divide and conquer your discomfort with Sheath Underwear.